Hello, Mzansi, it is your boy, the one and only self-made cheese boy, but you guys can call me George the Groove, and this is YouDubs Let's Talk. And in today's episode, I'm sitting with two budding designers from the University of the Western Cape who are going to be talking to me about the 6-week boot camp that we just went through, which ended up in a fashion show this past weekend in the main hall right here at UWC. On my left is the one and only SIPHELEKE, and on my right is the man himself, Heavy Metal. We're going to be talking about everything that happened this past weekend and their experience a little later. But for now, let's go on out and check out some of the highlights from this past weekend from the AwearSA fashion show.
Hey everybody, what's up again? This is Heavy Metal. So I kind of just took over this interview because like George is George, but I'm Heavy Metal. Yeah, dig. So I'm here with the boy SIPHELEKE, like one of our fellow designers from the AwearSA fashion show, and like I'm just trying to figure out how did his experience like relate with my experience. And like just compare notes type of vibe. So Sydney, bro, tell me like how's your experience of the fashion show type of vibe, and I'm telling about mine.
To be honest, like I was very overwhelmed like throughout the period, ever since my collection was selected for the show, and I was like,
Bro.
yeah, this is some real stuff, I need to start working hard,
Yeah.
And I kept changing like the inspiration of my collection, because like initially I wanted to have a lot of formal gowns, but I was like, a lot of designers, they want to have gowns there, so I was like, let me just change the collection. And I'm like, will people...
Because that's cool. Yeah. You were the dude with like the silver jackets and shit.
Yeah. So like, I was looking at my question, like, what if now I remove the dresses, will people like the idea that I'm going to present? Because I wanted to present something new, something that people had been saying before, but I was like, will people like understand the idea that I'm trying to present? But
yeah,
I was excited that a lot of people could understand the inspiration and the idea that I had behind my collection.
Oh yeah. Nah, I like that, bro. I like that. You actually went like above and beyond type of vibe. I don't know, for me, like my experience was 50-50 because like I was there, but then I also wasn't there, like in a sense, because like I have so much going on type of vibe, and like just like being a student as well, like it was overwhelming, like as you were saying, and like I just did me. Like I already had the clothes in mind, so like I just created the clothes and then I just put them out there, and I didn't really care like how anybody was going to react to the clothing and stuff like that. I just did my collection for me, and like I just put it out there, and like I was really excited about like the impact that it was having, because like so many people actually liked the clothes, and like when the models were walking down the runway, like people screaming ah! And like I was like, whoa, like these people really like these clothes. And that time like it was just something that like I just did for me type of vibe, not really for them. So like what did you learn though? Like did you learn anything from the experience? So, like
I learned that you must always communicate, man, because I mean, like the fashion industry is a very rough industry, man,
Yeah.
It's not like a space whereby you can be like all emotional and catch feelings over things,
Yeah.
Everything is just straightforward. If you don't like something, you speak out, For an example, I had like I wanted to start my models and stuff like that, but I was like, they've already fitted all the garments, they like the garments, but the idea that I want to present, it doesn't like really suit the models.
The character.
Yeah, the character, So I was like, how am I going to do this now? So I had to build up my character and speak to the models that I'm going to change a few of the models, It was really not easy, but it happens all the
breaking
time.
people's hearts.
Yeah, it happens all the time. But it was like legit not about their body size or whatsoever,
Yeah.
It was like the idea that I wanted to present, So
Okay, I think like I learned the same thing, to be honest, because like I actually realized that like things don't go like the way you want them to go all the time, because like I had like the same problem, because like I actually wanted like different models and stuff like that, but then like it wasn't the same models that like I thought I was gonna get. And also like even that thing with like the backing music, because like I wanted my models to run like with specific music in the background because that's the music that I was playing while I was making these things, and that's how I felt. So I thought that at least that part of it would happen, but then I didn't get that backing music. And like also, like you say, like the fashion industry doesn't really cater as much to like everybody's needs, because like I thought like we'd be getting that chance to actually walk down the runway and like take a bow, but then we didn't even get that. But like as long as people actually got to see the clothing and like feel the clothing, that was what's important, I guess. So another question, sorry I'm reading, and I stole George's cue cards. How are you able to balance schoolwork and designing these garments that we showcase like on Saturday evening?
I get that question a lot, man, and but I don't know how I manage to balance, but in a way I find myself being able to do both, because like I also have other responsibilities, but I just manage, man, it's just time management and self-discipline.
So Sydney, bro, like I was actually thinking, it's actually crazy how like we're involved in this whole process together, but then we never actually met until like right now for this whole interview. So like tell me, bro, like what really inspired you to go into like fashion yourself, bro?
For me, I feel like fashion, it involves like all form of art and craftsmanship that I really enjoy. It involves everything, your business, it involves your technology and everything. So I just feel like it was like a combo for me, So that's why I decided to go for fashion, to go into the fashion industry. And how about you?
For me, I rate it was mostly just like going to the store with like my mom or whatever, and like not finding anything that like I really liked in the store. So then like I was just like, instead of like going store to store and not finding anything, and then at the end of the day we're wasting money on clothes that like I'll never even wear, because like I still have clothes from when I was like 10 years old with like the price tag still on them, because like I never wore them, like really never liked them. So like I was just like, let me just make my own clothes type of vibe, man. But Sydney is a great artist, like fashion designer extraordinaire, and like his brand SIPHELEKE is like on the come up, my G's. Like please check it out. Like this man is like really mad talented, like no lie. It's been a pleasure talking to you, my guy. And I'm heavy metal. My brand END, meaning Energy Never Dies, is coming to like a store near you. Please check that one out as well. But like right now we're gonna give you some more content with Word on the Street, dig. So yeah, man, that's us signing out. Boy, gang, away.
Right, guys, I'm standing here with two presidential candidates of the EFFSC and PASMA, VUYANI and VUYANI. So I just want to ask them a quick question: what they would do in their first day of office as a president if you were to win. What would you do?
The thing is already, welcome to continue where the PASMA have left off in the president's SRC. First and foremost, I think the major and urgent issue is addressing the safety and security of children in the University of Western Cape. Those are measures that need to be taken as urgent, as a major reform. Secondly, I will make sure that they engage in the city, extend a space bed in the residences. Obviously, getting in with the SAT and then SRC working together so we can have a successful leadership. Our governance, secondly, is that we need to give services to students. The likes of shuttling and transportation of campus units must be convenient, because UWC, what it's doing now is expanding, but does not expand the transportation system, which is urgent, because remember going to examinations. Students are going to write examinations and they must write in a convenient way. They must access their academics in a very, very convenient manner.
Right. And from you, VUYANI, what would you do in the first day of office?
I think the very triggering thing that is happening currently is with the students of South Point who are not sure whether they are going back to South Point next year. So I think that's the first issue that we then have a responsibility to address as the SRC. And that's the first thing actually. My administration would ensure that we address that issue first. Because South Point is a crisis now, is in crisis, and that is what we need to deal with as leadership coming to the SRC in the next 2 weeks.
Right, guys, you heard it. It is a presidential candidate representing from EFFSC and PASMA, VUYANI. It's a wrap. Right, guys, Kamalam Dung Mishali, and standing here next to me is...
next to you is SIWAPIWE MATANZIMA, an incoming SRC.
What are you studying this year?
I'm studying a postgraduate diploma in integrated water resource management.
So let's say, hypothetically speaking, if you were to win the SRC elections, what would you do as the first day as a president?
I will make sure that we change at least the legislation and the culture of inclusivity within the UWC community. So that, what do I mean by that? I mean, we include each and every race that is within the university into one culture that is going to include everyone in whatever aspect that we are doing.
Right, guys, you heard it. It's a Sims, and he said that he chose a lot of things. Right, guys, I'm standing here next to a SRC candidate of SIWAPIWE, SIBUSIso. Now, I just want to ask you a quick question. If you were to take office, let's say, and win the elections, what were the first thing that you guys would do?
Obviously, that's an easy question. We'll promote a free clinic at our campus in partnership with our Western Cape government. And that Western Cape government is run by, as we know, Democratic Alliance. So it will be like an easier task to accomplish. Due to that, our Western Cape is run by our motherboard, which is the DA. So we will implement a free clinic at campus. How? We actually have a strategy by introducing what we call mobile clinics for starters. Yeah, that will be introduced like for a week maybe, or 2 days in a week, somewhere there.
Right, guys, you heard it from himself, SIBUSIso, SRC candidate running under the banner of SIWAPIWE. Thank you.